Hi world, it's about 8:30 in the evening on Monday the 11th of June 2018. I'm in the UK. In about 5 hours time, 5.5, 6 hours time, Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un will sit down face to face with each other and two translators in Singapore. Now I've had a look at the horoscope for 9 a.m. in the morning in Singapore, local time, on Tuesday the 12th of June. And there are two very significant aspect sets here. Firstly, at that time, the ascendant is about 19 to 20 degrees of Cancer. The midheaven is 20 degrees of Aries. Pluto in the sky is at 20 degrees of Capricorn. So at the moment that the talks between the two leaders start, Pluto in the sky is exactly square the midheaven and pretty much exactly opposite the ascendant. This in itself is not a particularly positive aspect for talks of such a nature, and it suggests that there is going to be some element of subversive, underhand, behind the scenes or manipulative situation going on at that time. But we're not going to see the full clear picture, and that nothing's going to be transparent. It's also worthy of note that at that time, Mars in the sky around 8 degrees of Aquarius, still moving forward, is going to be opposite the North Node at 8 degrees of Leo. Mars opposite the North Node is one of the most common aspects in terms of defining warlike or military operations. Can also indicate breakthrough as much as breakdown. Now, in itself, the horoscope of the meeting could indicate a breakthrough or a breakdown. It could indicate transformation, regeneration and rebirth and a whole fresh new beginning, or it could indicate a lot of subversive, underhand, behind the scenes manipulation. It's interesting that Pluto is the main indicator in this chart. It's also interesting that in a month from now, on July the 13th, Friday the 13th of July, just as Donald Trump lands in UK, allegedly, there is a partial eclipse of the sun, which will be visible from the south of Australia at 20 degrees of Cancer opposite Pluto. The sun and moon will be united opposite Pluto. So whatever happens at this meeting tomorrow, the repercussions aren't going to be properly acknowledged and dealt with until mid-July at the earliest. But it's worthy of an element of looking at this. The horoscope of Donald Trump is fairly well documented. Recently, a few people have started casting doubt on his birth time, but only since he's been in office. For 60 years, his birth time has been pretty much fixed. And I'm convinced that he has a 2958 Leo ascendant. His birthday is on the 14th, although the solar return is on the 13th, around about 8:45 in the evening, Eastern Daylight Time on the East Coast. And in his solar return chart for that time, Mars in the sky is around 8-9 degrees opposite his Pluto at 10 degrees of Leo. So it's not a particularly auspicious solar return chart. Now, Donald Trump in recent times has pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord. He's backed out of the G7 communique, and he's very much America first. That's not a criticism, it's a statement of fact. But he has pulled out of a lot of agreements which were made before he came to power. Kim Jong-un was born on the 8th of January. We don't know what year. The North Korean media report that he was born on the 8th of January 1982. Dennis Rodman, his friend, says that he was born on the 8th of January 1983, And his aunt, who's an exile in America, in the Washington Post a couple of years ago, said no, he was born on the 8th of January 1984 because he used to play with my boy as a baby and they were born the same year. It doesn't matter what year he was born. Of course it matters, but it's not that significant because we know he was born on the 8th of January. And that puts his sun at 17/18 degrees of Capricorn. Still within range of Pluto, currently at 20 degrees, both now for the meeting and at the eclipse in a month's time. Pluto is still on Kim Jong-un's sun. Kim Jong-un comes from a family who have made agreements in the past and backed out of them. So you've got two people here who have got a history of backing out of agreements that they've made. And you've got Pluto on the descendant and squaring the midheaven at the time of the meeting. It's unlikely that this meeting is actually going to produce anything of substance. Now I want to throw one other fact in here. Now this has nothing to do with this and it might just be me making it up, I don't know. But what I do know is every day for this last week or two I've been waking up with a headache. And the thing is, people close to me have been getting headaches. And I've been hearing from people around me just in the last few days that a lot of people, especially those of a more intuitive, borderline psychic nature, have been getting a lot of headaches. So I'd be really interested if a lot of you are getting headaches just in the last few days. A number of top-notch astrologers and psychics have all been suggesting that there's going to be something really big happening this month that's going to really rock the world and shake the world out of its comfort zone. And I don't get headaches. So this is not me. This is not coffee withdrawal. This is something different. This is there's something brewing. Now, I obviously want these talks to succeed. I want the world to be denuclearized. I'd love it if North Korea and America and Israel and the UK and France and India and South Africa all gave up their nuclear weapons, and Russia of course, and China. Never going to happen. Not going to happen. Not in my lifetime. Something's brewing, and something's going to come up this month before the full moon that's going to change a lot. Meantime, fingers crossed, let's hope this goes off without a hitch in the next few hours. It's new moon in about, I don't know, it's new moon in about 24, 36 hours from now. Yeah, maybe 48 hours, between 36 and 48 hours from now. And we're heading into eclipse season. And it's not just the eclipses in July. The full moon at the end of this month is conjunct Saturn. The eclipse on the 13th of July is exactly opposite Pluto. The eclipse on the 30th of July, the total eclipse of the moon, is exactly conjunct retrograde Mars. And then to top it all, there's another partial eclipse of the sun on the 11th of August. And for those of you with long memories, the last big eclipse on the 11th of August was the total eclipse of the sun in August 1999. So I, for one, will be absolutely delighted when we all collectively get into the second half of August, because then 80 to 90% of the challenges of 2018 are going to be over. Meantime, we're diving headfirst into the deep end and it's sink or swim, folks. So let's wish everyone the best, and let's just hope it all works out for the best for everyone, not just vested interests. The universe will have its own way of getting the best for everyone out of this. I have ultimate faith in this, and I hope that you guys do too. Alright, that's my lot for tonight. It's my third video today. Wow, what's going on? Catch you later, world. Bye.